Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you a 1v1. I'm playing Russian against my good buddy Marquise Captain, who's playing as German. He's also on YouTube, and I'll post a link to his channel in the description. He's getting a microphone soon. He's going to be doing some co-op Age of Empires 3 stuff and doing a lot of treaty stuff. So I know a lot of you all want to see treaty. I definitely recommend you go check him out. He's a very good player. He's probably a slightly better player than me, although as of having played this game, he hadn't beaten me. And as you guys are aware, I've been away for a little bit. I had a forearm surgery, so getting back into this game was a little bit rough. I didn't play as well as I could have, and but let's not spoil anything. Let's get to the action. I just wanted to put that in as a preface, as an excuse for my derpy micromanagement at the beginning of the game. I didn't get things going as well as I could have. I also don't know the eject button for the town center, so if somebody in the comments wants to be awesome and tell me, I would greatly appreciate that. I was just clicking the literal eject button on the little bar, and that was what was going on. And I make a joke here about my market as the game's going, to the extent of having an idle villager, and as you can see, he's already pulled a score point ahead of me, and at this point in the game, that's not good. You know, we should be neck and even, but now he's even, but that just means he queued up a unit. But anyway, I'm having a little bit of fun with him. We're good friends, so I guess I wasn't taking it as seriously as I should have, which is never a good idea, so I'd recommend always being very serious in this game. I kid. Anyways, I'm going to be playing Russian this week, and I will be doing a video on Saturday to make up for the video lack of video for yesterday. But I'm going to be playing Russian, and because he's playing German, I decided in-game that I was going to go for a 17 villager age up with two cards. The first card being obviously the wood trickle shipment, and the second card being the economics theory shipment. And in hindsight, I don't think that was probably the best idea. I think I could have sent 700 wood or the such, but I just want to explain to you my strategy at this point in the game. I was expecting him to go Ulan. I think that's how y'all told me to say it. Ulan. I'm expecting him to go Ulan. So because I was expecting that to go Ulan, I figured he wasn't gonna have a big mass out quickly, so I wanted to go a lot more economically based, if that makes sense, and just be able to spam out musketeers. I actually played a game with him earlier, right before this, where he was Russian and I was German, and he went Cossack, I went musketeers, and went really well. And that was kind of stupid of me, maybe partially to expect him to go with the same strategy. Although when I looked at his deck, it definitely looked like a cavalry based deck as opposed to a pikeman crossbowman rush, which Germans also do very good. And I'm complaining about the herd shooting, and I really felt like this game, just the in-game mechanics were pretty derp. I don't know, it was kind of interesting, but either way, that's what's going on. So I'm going to be playing a little bit more of an economic strategy, and I am going to be sending two cards in the Discovery Age, which I know a lot of people are going to be like, don't do that, that's so noob. And I'm not going to do that in every match this week, that is for sure. That's definitely not always the right situation. I deemed in this situation that I wanted to do that, and I do find that I play well with Russia when I'm spamming out a truckload of resources, so I wanted to go with that, and I wanted to keep the ability to spam out tons of resources. And meanwhile, of course, I'm herding both herds back to me. Sometimes the herd shooting works, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm scouting my map in a circular fashion because that's how I like to scout. And I look at his deck here and I see 3 Ulan cards, 2 wood crate cards, 2 gold cards, 2 Ulan upgrade cards, and I'm thinking there's no way this guy's not going Ulan. And I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it anyway, so if you don't want me to spoil it, cover your ears right now. But he is going to go with a pikeman crossbowman rush, and it kind of catches me off guard to a very good extent. And I don't want to, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I just wasn't expecting it, so I don't think I played or responded as well as I could have possibly. Anyways, I am going to age up to 400 wood. I don't think any other options with Russia are viable, but you can tell at this point, by the way, that I do expect him still to go Ulan, because if you watch my explore here, I'm scouting around his town center. I'm looking for a stable, and I know that's kind of stupid of me, perhaps. It's kind of stupid of me, perhaps. It is or it's not. I don't think that was stupid. Oh, no, that wasn't stupid. That was not stupid of me. Given the deck and given the player, it was not stupid of me here to be expecting him to build a stable by his town center and go with the standard Ulan, you know, rush from the stable. That was not stupid. So my decision here to kind of scout around his town center, looking for the stable and getting pressure on that way, was not stupid whatsoever. But unfortunately, I think it is going to well, let me just say this without spoiling where it is. There is a forward base coming fairly close to my town center that I am not aware of until it's too late for me to do anything about it relatively, because I was dead set on the idea of him building a stable behind his town center. And that was kind of my mistake. So I actually played for a significant part of the game expecting him, of course, to build a stable by his town center, and I was caught off guard when he didn't. Now, unfortunately for me, I forgot to build my blockhouse because I'm a noob. BTM, why you so noob? But seriously, I'm going to associate this to kind of ring rust. I haven't been in the ring, so to speak, for a while, so that's probably why. But I didn't get my blockhouse going quickly, and that was ridiculously stupid. I could have had it ready before I aged. And, of course, now it's still being built, so now I have to wait longer for the units to be in queue. I'm housed. I didn't play well this game is what I'm trying to say, guys. I just want to say I will play better in the coming games. I have idle villagers in my town center. It's a catastrophe. Still having my blockhouse being built, and I knew that when I shift-clicked there, that the villagers were going to go in the blockhouse, much to my chagrin, so I knew I was going to have to go there and click them out, unfortunately. And now I start making musketeers again. I'm expecting an Ulan rush. I do have 6 on wood, though, which is kind of excessive. I probably should not have 6 on wood. I should have 5 on gold, 1 on wood, maybe 4 on gold, 1 on wood. But it's not the end of the world. I'm going to build some houses, kind of flanking my blockhouse to provide line of sight, maybe some perimeter if he's got some cavalry on the field. But as you can see here, not having enough gold forced me to switch to making Strelets when I shouldn't, because he's going with the Germans. And here, look at that. The musketeers there glitched, right? Did you see that? If you went back and watched it, the musketeers showed they were there on the map, but they were not there. And I thought that was the same thing with that cavalry, because they're just sitting there. Like, I was like, well, they must be glitching also. So I felt like the game was weirdly glitched. Like, I just didn't feel like the game was being played appropriately. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just felt weird to me. Anyway, I do send my batch of Strelets over there to check it out. Now watch this. 10 Strelets, 2 Ulan. Ready? Watch. And I'm hitting and running, hitting and running, hitting and running. I don't send the musketeers to go help because I thought it was going to be pretty simple, right? Hitting and running with my Strelets, hitting and running. And I have like 4 Strelets left after that. That's with Cossacks coming to help, and that's with Town Center fire. So the moral of the story is Strelets suck against Ulan, even just a few. And now this is what happens. He ends up going crossbowmen, right? But because Strelets are so weak to Ulan, realization I have just come to, it didn't matter that I had a million of them, or it didn't matter that he never ended up building a stable, because his few Ulan that he got from his home city shipment were enough. They were enough for him to basically not worry about I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, they were enough to just slaughter my Strelets in mass. I'm sorry, I haven't narrated in a while. A little bit rough. But I'm trying to get some pressure on them. I'm doing my kind of standard stuff, but not doing it as well as I do when I am playing well, if that makes sense whatsoever. And he's, of course, just popping in his town center, chilling. Not really even that stressed out. I'm hoping to get a hit on a settler wagon and maybe kill a unit or two. But that's not going so well. I'm going to send 13 Strelets here just to kind of bolster my army. But as you can see here, I've lost a lot of units. And I keep making Strelets here because my economy's screwed up, and that's the only thing I can make. So I'm playing so poorly at this point. It's almost ridiculous. I'm only bringing this match to you, by the way, because I told my friend I was narrating it, and I didn't want to be like, well, no, I'm not going to upload it because I lost. So that's what's going on here. Anyways, we're going to put these musketeers in melee mode, go attack those Ulan, and walk our villagers around, and hopefully none of them die. I don't think any of them died. They probably just did. And I lose a bunch of Strelets to a big massive crossbowman in his town. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, I've just played so poorly this game. And then look at that massive horde of crossbowmen. And I made a little bit of a mistake here, and I probably should have looked up the numbers before this video. But I thought that Strelets would match up well against crossbowmen, albeit slightly weaker. So my plan here was I'll pursue those crossbowmen with the Cossacks, and I'll pinch him off with the Strelets. And if he doesn't have pikemen, I'm going to decimate him, and then I'm going to win the game, and then I'm going to rub it in his face like I do when I beat a friend, you know, be like, ha ha ha, I beat you. Anyway, so we got 23 Strelets, and anyway, here we go, right? Look at that, boom. Got some Cossacks descending. Now watch this, right? I thought here that I had sent them to shoot, but I hadn't. I had sent them to walk. So they end up walking right into the middle of that fire, right? And then they turned around, and I don't know why. I could have sworn I sent them to attack. and they walked forward, and watch that. I lose like 10 strelets there due to stupidity, and I don't know if I misclicked or the game was a weird glitch. Probably my misclick. The game's pretty solid, so I don't want to be like, the game's so bad, I'm a great player, because I definitely screwed up there. But I guess it was my misclick there. Pissed me off. I had, what, 24 strelets and another 10, and I end up, instead of having like almost 40, I end up having 28. And then watch this, 5 Ulan in the middle of my strelets. Boom! All my strelets are gone. It's just ridiculous. Nothing I can do at this point. So the rest of the match is basically me and my town center. I build a blockhouse right behind my town center. I hide my villagers. I hide my mom. They're raping everybody out here. But I build a blockhouse, and I just keep spamming out units trying to hold on. But I end up not holding on, and I end up losing the game. And the moral of the story I have for you here is, you gotta adapt better. I have to adapt better. I think watching this game back, I'm looking at it, I think it was fairly obvious the minute I did my initial circle around his town and I didn't see a barracks or a stable in there. I think I should have immediately adapted to knowing that, oh wait, nope, he's not going with cavalry, so I shouldn't be like dead set on that happening, if that makes sense. And I think I should have scouted better. I also think I should have done a better job keeping my units alive. I lost strelets in the middle of the map. I lost strelets on the right of the map. I lost strelets in his town. I lost strelets in my town. I lost strelets on the left of the map. I lost strelets all over the map due to stupid reasons, thinking, who cares? I can make more of them. And as you can see here, I cannot make that many more of them. And that's unfortunate for me. And again, just a few Ulan are killing me. Another lesson I learned from this match is I definitely should have had some more musketeers. Look at this, I have 800 gold sitting in my inventory, and I haven't made any musketeers. Just a few musketeers in melee mode would have protected my horde of strelets, would have allowed me to combat that that horde of crossbowmen, and I would have at least been decent. So now it's like too little too late, nothing I can do. And he's just eating my strelets. It's like a 1 or 2 hit kill. It's crazy. I didn't realize Ulan were so good against strelets. I mean, obviously strelets are like the worst unit in the game, but seriously, come on, really, that badly? Come on. I mean, I had millions of them, I thought, so I kind of screwed up. But it's pretty much GG. Although I fight on just because I'm that kind of guy who's like, I have to fight on. I can't give up. I'm going to put this on YouTube, so I have to at least try to make myself look good in defeat, even though there's no way for me to look good in this defeat because I sucked this game. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'm going to keep talking, but I just wanted to say now, you know, it's a progress. If you remember video number 1, right, as I keep pumping out strelets in my town, trying desperately to hold on, I said in my first video, I said, you know what, I'm not going to stop. I had never played Rush, really, before my first video in this series. I said, I'm just going to see how good I can get, and you've seen this incredible arc of growth. So it's good for me to lose like this. It lights a fire, it gets me back in the game. Like, coming back into this game with a big loss like this just makes me want to go study Russian strategy, study some micromanagement, and get back into it. So hopefully it'll pay off for you, but as you can see here, there's really nothing I can do. The game is more or less lost. Did I already make crossbowmen at this point? I kind of was looking off to my wall while ranting for a bit, but either way, it was a good game. It's really frustrating. I hate losing. It's really frustrating to lose, but I'm glad that I'm kind of glad that I got it on channel. I'm glad that I can learn some things and maybe just be a little bit smarter about the way I play. And I'm hoping here to lure him away from my town center, but he's having none of that. And as you can see, I was just going to do a circle, but he ends up not running away and not falling for it. And those 8 pikemen, it's amazing, right? And look at those strelets walk forward like an idiot. But it's amazing. 8 pikemen and what? 10 Ulan just decimated over probably 100 strelets, plus my own stupidity. And I said I felt like movement was really derp in-game, and looking back at it, I think it had a lot to do with my misclicks, and it had a lot to do with me losing units stupidly. So that's me, ladies and gentlemen. BTM getting his rear end handed to him. Not something you see on the internet every day. Gamers like to show themselves winning a lot, but I got killed. And that is a bummer. I am not happy whatsoever. So I'm going to go sharpen knives in my basement and throw it at a picture of Marquis Captain. I'm kidding. He's a swell guy. I'm going to put his channel link in the description, as I previously said. But lessons for you all today: scout better. Don't get stuck on that idea, right? I'm probably ranting at this point, so my apologies. But again, let me just reiterate. I was so stuck on the idea that there will be so much cavalry I never even bothered to counter cavalry by having some musketeers in my army, and then I never even kept scouting. Like, once it was clear he didn't have a stable, so that was just stupid, and I lost units stupidly, and I just played really poorly. Not to mention I had a few misclicks, which kind of exasperated an already very, very bad situation. But as you can see here, I was making units like non-stop, but never was able to get a mass large enough to hold him off. So it was a good game. It was well played. Like I said, he and I are going to do some co-op stuff. Interjection and I from Nation of Warriors are going to do some co-op stuff. The PK Clan and I are going to do some co-op stuff. You're going to see a lot more co-op stuff coming, or you're going to see co-op stuff coming in the near future. Not to mention, there's a strong possibility, provided that my internet speed can hold up, that I will start streaming for the Age of Empires 3 stream at Twitch TV. We're still working on some details there. My computer might be slightly not good enough. It's in like the very, very bottom rung of capability. So we might just sneak by on it being able to do it, or we might not. So I don't know about that. But we got big things coming. I had, as I previously mentioned, I'll tell you again, I had a little bit of forearm surgery. So I wanted to take a week off. I still have stitches on my arm, actually, where I like rested on the keyboard. So I just wanted to I didn't want to aggravate it, and I didn't want to play, so it was good for me to get a little bit of break from the game and to get refreshed. So thank you for watching, and before I leave, let me just give you our quote of the day. Do not swallow bait offered by the enemy. Do not interfere with an army returning home. Sun Tzu and the Art of War. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BTM, and this was my video, and I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Until next time, good luck and happy hunting.